Well, greetings, gamers. This is Dr. Ayleen, the Gaming Doc, and this is your place and your space to take a moment, take a breath, take a break. Take time to figure out what you want this week to be. And there is Luna. Luna, come here. Where you at? Oh, she's at the door. She can wait a minute. Anyway, how are you? How are you doing? It was so much fun having so many folks come in on our Survival Saturday. And it is, it always, I find that gaming is just so much more fun when you involve a lot of people. And, the tea of the day is, it's by Numi, and it is jasmine. So, I love jasmine tea. Oh my gosh. What? Hold on. Okay. You want to go outside? Fine. There. Yeah, sometimes it's just easier to concede. So, make it happen Monday. And it's not having to make something big happen. You can make something small happen. You can make cleaning my glasses happen. That's the thing when you wear reading glasses and you go, it's like, oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Yes, much better. So, I hope everyone is having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And of all the streams that you could choose to hang out in, I thank you for choosing to hang out in mine. And if you're watching it after the fact, hi there. I hope you're doing well. And when we talk about Make It Happen Monday, this is about deciding and setting the intention for what you want to do this week. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be something that you could get done in 5 minutes. Maybe the thing that you want to make happen is getting the trash taken out. Warlord Reiku! Oh my gosh, we have Warlord Reiku in the house. Oh, it's been a hot minute since we've seen you, my friend. Everybody, and yes, I know how to do this now. Hold on. I get so excited when I learn new things. Bam. Yes. See, I learned something new. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I am doing, I'm doing pretty good for a Monday morning up on a mountain. It's a bit cold. It's a bit chilly, but, summer is right around the corner. And it'll still be kind of chilly, but it's okay. I hope you're doing good. Are you streaming anything? If you want to shout out what you're doing, what you're up to, please feel free to do so. This is, and I know the whole etiquette thing that you don't self-promote on a stream. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's because if people are proud of something, if people have something going on in your life, and maybe it's not even gaming, maybe it's that you finally managed to get all your laundry done, or you did your power walk this morning, or your kids did something amazing, or you just want to be able to celebrate something, please feel free to share it. I honestly feel that the more good stuff that gets shared in the world, the more good stuff that people talk to each other about, those things that are near and dear to their own hearts, and are saying, it's like, you know what? I'm really proud that I did this thing. Share it. Give everybody a reason to feel good. Give everybody. And if you share it and people are not appreciative of it, people are not honoring it, people are not saying woohoo, then share it with somebody else. Because, or if all else fails, bring it here and share it. Because there are so many, there's so much bad stuff that is out in the world. It's so good to be able to share something good. Yeah, I had a rough past week, had chemo, and all I felt like doing is sleeping, but lol, doing better now! Oh my gosh, that is so awesome and so amazing. And that is not an easy journey. And I totally honor you. I'm so proud of you. And, you know, yeah, I mean, that is like almost the ultimate expression of it's fun until it isn't and it sucks until it doesn't. You know, it's, you know, and I'm so glad that you're doing better. And, you know, please, please, please keep everybody posted. Keep us posted. I want to know how you're doing. And, you know, I want to be able to celebrate those moments with you. So, you know, if it's a good day, we will embrace that. And I embrace that for you. Please know that you are in my thoughts and prayers, you know, every single day, you know, because that isn't an easy journey. And you've got this. You can do this. And I'm sure you're surrounded by tons of love, and may I and everybody who watches this stream add our love to that. So, you know, you got this. Mixel 119! Yay! Mixel in the house! How are you, Mixel? How are you doing? How is your day? I hope that, well, morning after, your evening, I think, if I recall correctly, but I'm old, so I might not. Hold on. I think I got that right. So how are you doing, my friend? How is your corner of the universe being, and how is it treating you? And it is, you know, it's always so cool to, you know, I mean, probably my favorite thing about this whole platform is that I get to meet and get to know people who I would have never had a chance to meet. And, you know, I definitely am so happy, you know, good. And you? Well, I am actually, for a Monday morning, I've got, you know, it's a chilly morning on the mountain. I've got a nice hot cup of tea. I've got shameless product placement. And Luna's outside, and I'm sure she's going to want to come in like a heartbeat. You know, it is, you know, I mean, people use like, oh, Monday. It's like, no, Monday is full of possibilities. And it's only because it's kind of an arbitrary thing to say, oh, well, Monday's the beginning of the week. Well, you know, some feel Sunday's the beginning of the week. Some feel Sunday's the end of the week. But however you view it, there's a chance to create something out of it. There's a chance to do, I mean, even if it's one small thing. Let's say your big project for the week. Hydrate! Jasmine green tea this morning, Mixel. But, you know, maybe your big goal for the week is to take out the trash. And say it's like, all right, that's going to be my goal for the week. Well, that can be done in fairly quick order. And then look at you. You've already accomplished your goal for the week. And then, you know, because there's something for me, there's something about accomplishing a goal that kind of gets me. It's like, okay, well, what else can I do? You know, and Infamous J.O. Welcome. I do my stream on Mondays so I can make sure to have something to look forward to. That is absolutely awesome. I mean, it is trying to do two things at once, but you know, it is really, really hello from Lufkin, Texas, Lord Meteora. Oh my gosh, folks, Lord Meteora, the busiest man outside of Hollywood, who is running around, who is doing, you know, all kinds of wonderful crafting stuff in all kinds of wonderful places. Please go check him out and go to his Discord so you can get a list of the places he's going, and so that way you can go in and say hi, and if you see him, tell him I said hi too. And Infamous J.O., my personal Yoda when it comes to playing Don't Starve, who teaches so well. I hope you're having a wonderful day, my friend. And you know, you have a Twitch channel too. Yes! Oh my gosh, Mixel! self-promote like crazy. You go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. What are you doing? What are you streaming? How are you? Please, inquiring minds want to know. I'm telling you, I had somebody tell me once, it's like, it's like your channel is just like a constant infomercial for other people's channels, which I am very happy to do that. I'm very happy to have this space be that, because it gives me another reason to celebrate. I'm playing most with my friend Battlefield 5. Yes. Okay, folks, you definitely need to go and check out Mixel's channel and playing Battlefield 5, young up-and-coming streamer, and, this is going to be cool. This is going to be very cool. I will definitely check it out. And it is, it's always fun watching somebody, other people kind of step up into, what they can be, and, and it's, followed. Thank you, Infamous. See, look at this, Mixel. This is a wonderful thing, and you're going to get wonderful support. And it really is about, we give support, we receive support, and who knows whose channel is going to explode? Who knows whose channel is going to, just kind of be gaming? But whatever it is that your channel becomes, it's about you finding joy in it. Never forget that you don't have to do this. You get to. We don't have to work hard to, to build up channels. We get to. We don't have to go online even when maybe we're not feeling so great. We get to. And, when you say, oh, Warlord Reiku, thank you so much for his following, Mixel. It's about mutual support. I would not have even remotely been able to do as much as I have done if it weren't for the support of some amazing, wonderful people. And it is, it really is cool to have a chance to be able to be a part of someone making their dream happen. What? Luna, what? Oh, well, sit over there and complain if you want. Luna, she's just never totally happy. She, it's like, okay, the door's open. You can go in and out, but no, that's not good enough. You're not paying attention to me. And normally during the day, she spends most of her time ignoring me, except when I stream. It's like she knows that something else has my attention. Oh, Alex Talks 247. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the follow. Someone isn't getting the attention they crave right now. It's like, and Alex Talks, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I hope life is treating you gently. And whether it is or whether it isn't, we're so happy to have you here. And if you have a channel, if you stream, please feel free to let us know. I am not against self-promotion, and in fact, I encourage it. So if you have a channel, I'm good. This morning have finals. Oh, Alex, you've got this. You have totally got this. You've worked hard, and you're gonna do good. Just the gut feeling from an old boomer who lives on a mountain. And whatever, not yet, but one day I'll stream. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. When you do, let me know. We will follow. We will support. At least finals means you're almost at the finish line. Exactly. And the finals are just that last step. You took an entire journey to get to that point. And I'm really proud of you because, it takes a lot to, go through coursework and, to do your best and to stay up with it. And it's not always easy, and it's not always, productive in the way that it's like, we don't always do as well as we hope. And it just is about staying in there and trying. And no matter what the results are, I'm really proud of you. And you've got this. You've absolutely, got this. And I wish you every benefit from that. And hopefully, so I'm guessing that once you get into summer vacation and classes are over, you're going to hit the streaming. Good. When you do, let me know. I mean, and, when we say, to make something happen, maybe it is something that we've been preparing for and we're just at that final piece, like, with Alex Talks, who worked very hard for a school year and is now heading into finals. And that means, when you make it happen, sometimes it's about, I guess, what you would call in the Olympics, nailing the dismount. And sometimes the key thing is to nail the dismount. It may have been a hard year, it may have been a rough time, but when you finally, land with both feet, like with in gymnastics, Olympic gymnastics, and you land with both feet and do that thing with the arms and say, it's like, ta-da! That's your ta-da moment. And being able to have that where you land on the other end of whatever it is you've been working on with both feet firmly planted. So, good for you. And, and I know it was a lot of work to get you to this point. And, oh, by the way, not everybody makes it to finals. Some people just give up before then. But, good for you for hanging in there and seeing it all through. And, and it really, doesn't matter how old someone is. One of the things that I find kind of frustrating is when people devalue younger people. It's like, okay, maybe someone's in their teens, maybe they're in their early 20s. That doesn't mean that they don't have struggles. That doesn't mean that they haven't had to work really hard to get to where they are. And maybe if it's just that you're reaching the end of your teens, or you're reaching the end of high school, or you're reaching the end of junior high, or whatever, you've accomplished something. And, that should be honored no matter what. And when somebody, when they're young and when they want to be proud of something that they've done, and sometimes like, well, you shouldn't be egotistical, you shouldn't be, what, balance in all things. And there's a lot to be said for being able to be proud of what you've achieved. So Alex, no matter what happens, you be proud of yourself. You be proud of yourself that, you've made it through the year, because that's something to be proud of. And, when I went through chiropractic college, not every test was a good one, and not every grade was what I was hoping it would be, but I just kept showing up. And I know for me, there were times when I just like, that's it, I'm quitting chiropractic college, I don't need to be a chiropractor. And I'd get to the end of a year, or we were on the quarter system, so we'd get to the end of the quarter and I'd be exhausted, determined that I was going to quit. And then I'd just tell myself, okay, I'll wait through, like, we would have like 2 weeks off between. I'll wait the 2 weeks. And then after the 2 weeks when class started, it's like, well, I'll go, but I'll leave before because you could have like so much time to leave, the schedule before, to drop classes and stuff. But, and then I would just reach that point, and then I go, okay, I'll give it one more quarter. I'll give it one more quarter. I'll give it one more week. And sometimes I'll give it one more day. But that one more day, that one more moment, that one more quarter ultimately led to me walking across a stage, somebody handing me a diploma and saying, congratulations, doctor. And that was 17 years ago, almost 18 years ago. And it was amazing. It was so exciting for me to have that moment. And yeah, when we set our minds on something, we set our spirits on something. Yeah, and yeah, sometimes streaming can be frustrating, and for those who it's like, oh God, the analytics. I almost wish that, like, for the first at least 6 months that you stream, you're not allowed to see any analytics. It doesn't even offer you the option to see how many viewers. Because it's like, if we didn't do that for like the first at least the first few months of streaming. And it's hard not to look at that and go, wow, and you see other streams with all of these other things. But, bottom line is, do I feel good about what I'm doing? Does it enrich me? Do I love the fact that I can interact with the people in the chat? And yeah, it's work. And, when most people think that streaming, it's like, well, you just set up a camera and play a game and, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, actually it is. It's more than just doing that. I mean, you have to prepare. You have to make sure you have the right equipment. You have to pray that the frame rate gods will be kind to you that day. I mean, there's so much to it. And, there's an emotional investment in it as well. It's like having this wonderful new thing and you want to, have it be the best it can be. And that's okay. It's okay that it takes time. It's okay that there's a learning curve. It's okay that, it doesn't happen overnight. Because ultimately, are you having fun? And I can tell you from the bottom of this old boomer's heart, I'm having fun. I honestly never thought that I would be at the point in my life that I am, that I would be having fun, living in a cabin in the woods on a mountain surrounded by trees and streaming on a platform and talking to people from all around the country and all around the world and encouraging them to be gentle with themselves, encouraging them to understand that they are amazing. And, when good things happen, to celebrate with them, and when hard things happen, to grieve with them. I mean, this is so amazing! I love it! Because it connects me with you. And because maybe sometimes people need to hear the words, I'm proud of you. Maybe they need to hear the words, you can do this. You've got this. This isn't bigger than you. They need to hear the words, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what you're going through. I'm here to listen. So, it's just being able to connect in that way. And yes, even occasionally, having a good time and being totally silly and cringe, playing video games and sharing that with everybody. And the healer! Oh, my nameless family, my, folks, Aaron the healer, definitely go check out. Okay. I had something that told me how to, I don't know why my chatbot is not doing the thing it's supposed to be doing. I'm not sure if I want to go to college or not. Alex, that is a really good question. I mean, if there's something specific that you want to go to learn, I guess that sort of depends on what you want to be. And hold on. Thealer. Aaron the Healer 03. Bam. But it's what would you like to do? Okay, let's say you could choose anything to do and anything to be, and putting aside what education you need, how much it'll cost, anything like that, just putting all of that aside for a minute, what would you love to do? And believe me, I didn't end up becoming a chiropractor till I was in my 40s. So it is, it's important to be able to figure, this is sort of what you would like to do now, or is there something that you always thought would be really cool? And, you can decide what you want to do. I mean, some people go straight into college because there's something in particular that they want to do. If you're not sure, then figure out what it is that will get you there. Maybe it's not so much college. Maybe there's a particular, like a specific training course that you would like, I don't know, web design, or maybe you like, veterinary care, or, maybe you've always wanted to be a screenwriter, or, or you want to be an actor or an actress, or, whatever it is. So the first thought that I would suggest would be, what would make you happy? Someone once told me that first figure out what you would do for free, and then figure out a way to get paid for it. So, you can think about that. You can think about, just what would be really cool for you to be able to make a living at. And then you can kind of reverse engineer it and figure out what steps it takes you to get there. And, I'm sure that whatever it is that you choose to do, you're going to be awesome at it. And if it's something that makes your heart sing, if it's a reason to get up in the morning, if when you open your eyes and you think, wow, I get to do that, and it just makes you want to jump out of bed and get your day started. The first part is figuring out what that thing is. And when you choose to make your life doing something, and like I said, things change. Maybe you start off doing one thing and maybe you go to another. But once you reach that point where you're doing something you love, it lights up the whole world because it lights you up. When you're out there and you're doing something you really love, and it doesn't even matter. It could be, it could be working customer service in a retail store. When I did that, I loved it. I had a great time. I enjoyed it. It wasn't, it wasn't burdensome to me. Somebody was like, oh, wow, you work retail. It's like, first off, much kudos to anybody who works retail, fast food, waitressing, any service type of job, because it's not always easy. And, there's a lot of folks who, if you're the one who tells them that they cannot return the skirt. I had somebody who, oh my God, she read me the riot act and called me everything but a child of God because she couldn't return a skirt. But on the inside, I worked for a store called Mervin's, and on the inside of the skirt, the label clearly said JCPenney's. And I said, ma'am, I cannot take this skirt back because you didn't buy it here. It's not ours. And her comment to me was, well, I don't feel like driving out to JCPenney's, so why don't you just take it back? And I'm like, really? Survival Steve! Folks, welcome. Good morning, young lady. Oh, bless your heart, sweetie. Oh, folks, Survival Steve, who always has such an interesting stream, who always just brings in so much energy, and and who has an absolutely adorable family. So if nothing else, you go to his stream and follow, and just to see how lovely his family is. And it is, it's so good to see you this morning. And I wanted to be a CNA for home health, was even going to nursing school, then my health went downhill. Okay, Aaron, first off, that is so wonderful. That is so sweet. Second, while your health may have put this on pause, what's going to happen is that when you do get back into doing that, you are going to be so good at it, so much, even as good as you were going to be at it, you're going to be so much better, because you will be able to, people can look you in the eye when they say they don't feel good and know that you really know what that feels like. I mean, there's nothing so frustrating as trying to explain to like a healthcare worker what it feels like to go through, your pain when they've never experienced it. And you can look in people's eyes and, and it's like, well, you've never struggled with this, so how can you relate to me? But they're going to look in your eyes and they're going to know, what struggle is. You know what being challenged in your health is. And also that means that you'll be able to kind of separate the BS from, you'll be able to support without enabling. That you can encourage them. You can say, hey, I know what that's like. If I can do it, you can do it. So that is actually going to make you an even better CNA, because once your health shifts and you're able to get back into it, and that is my absolute prayer for you, you will have an ability to empathize with folks who are going through it that is going to resonate with them so much, and you are going to be able to help people find their healing so much better because you've walked that road, and they'll know it, and you'll be able to do that. Then make it got uphill. Yep. You know, we will get it all the way uphill, and we're going to put every thought and all the positive thoughts. Everybody who ever sees this video, please, you know, give a good thought for Aaron the Healer, who is such a sweetheart, such an absolute sweetheart, and who works really, really hard. And so, you know what? Unfortunately, Doc, the only way to fix my back is either remove some vertebrae or a complete spinal fusion. That's the only way today. There are amazing technologies that are happening. And yes, it's important to view a situation for the reality that it is. And that can be really hard, and it can be really disheartening. And every single day, there are new technologies that are coming out, and I am putting every thought into one of those new technologies being absolutely what it is that you need. Sheila! Oh my gosh, folks, welcome Sheila Marcel. And Sheila is a brand new streamer on, well, she's got a YouTube page where she is talking about, you know, her struggles and how she is kind of, you know, working through some major challenges in her life. And, you know, welcome, Sheila. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you're having a lovely day. But yeah, Aaron, you know, hang in there, sweetie, because there is always possibilities. Possibilities are infinite. And that one of those amazing possibilities that comes out of absolutely left field could change your life. And I hope that for you. And I will hang on to that thought and that dream for you with both hands. And no matter what, I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you. And you hang in there, okay? You do you. And, you know, Twitch is definitely better off for having you in it. And, you know, for the energy that you bring and the smiles that you give. So if nothing else, you know, believe me, sweetie, your name is absolutely correct because you are a healer. I was a PCA for 2 years. I loved it and wanted to do more. You know what? Like I said, possibilities are infinite. And sometimes things don't go that way, but sometimes they do. And, you know, you just keep healing in the way that you're doing right now with your streams. And hopefully one day you'll be able to get back into that. Hopefully one day you'll be able to, you know, spread that wonderful healing energy of yours to a lot of other people. And I will hold that gift for you. That's exactly what I used to. Oh, Sheila, she used to do that. And, you know, and hey, as many people, because the thing is like people think of healers like, you know, doctors and nurses and, you know, and all of that. And it's like, and that is absolutely 100% true. Much love, much love to everyone who is in the healing profession. And sometimes healing can come from posting on YouTube that you're having a struggle, so other people can know that they're not the only one and that they're not alone. When we are able to share the stuff that we're going through, often, you know, it can help someone to not feel so lost in what they're going through, because, you know, it's very easy to fall into feeling alone when you're going through something, especially if you're not talking about it, if you're not sharing it. And, when really brave and courageous folks, like these, share what's going on with them, even if it's just sharing that you're doubting something or that you're not sure how to handle a situation. When we share stuff like that, it helps. It helps everyone, because suddenly somebody else is going, wow, yeah, they know how I feel. And a baby step towards healing often is just knowing that somebody out there knows how you feel, and that, you're not being judged. Healing can come from the darkest of places. 100% ding, ding, ding. Absolutely right, Survival Steve. It can, because it's in the darkest places that light shines brightest. And sometimes it's in our most terrifying moments that we realize how brave we are. Courage is not an absence of fear. It's acting in the presence of it. It's standing your ground in the presence of it, is being who you are in the presence of it. And, sometimes it does take reaching that dark place for us to draw that line in the sand and say, you know what? From here, no further. This stops now. I'm not going to give up. This will not, it may drive us to our knees, but we're going to get up again and again and again and again. And when we share the stuff that we're struggling with, it helps someone else who feels like they're alone in that darkness to realize they're not. And each person can become a light for other people who are sitting in that darkness. I mean, it's all about choice. It's all about making it happen. And, finding that balance point between being able to, just say, you know what, I am going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. But then accepting, well, maybe it's not meant to happen in that way, but maybe you can make something else happen. Maybe something even better. Maybe open yourself up to the possibility that, it's like we get focused on one thing, but maybe there's other stuff that is out there. So yeah, it is tricky. JJ the Bunny! Oh my gosh. JJ, Doc, Survival Steve, Sheila Marcel, Aaron the Healer, Infamous, Warlord Reiku. Oh my gosh. We have the man, the myth, the rabbit, JJ the Bunny in the house, aka Punny Bunny, aka Funny Bunny, aka Hugs Bunny, aka the March Hare. Don't worry, at some point I'll make it make sense. Aka Tech Bunny, aka the Jackalope. It is so good. Sorry I'm late, but still waiting for my lunch to arrive. Ooh, angry bunny emoji. I just love JJ's bunny emojis. They are so cool. Each one just has a personality of its own, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So, what's on the lunch menu for today? Are we getting a sub? Are we getting Panda Express? Do we have something else interesting? Carne asada, maybe? And jasmine green tea. Hey, JJ, you, like a wizard, is never late. You arrive exactly when you are meant to. Ooh, Wizard Bunny! Well, I'll have to work on that. A sub. Was supposed to be here like 40 minutes ago? Oh, the audacity, the outrage, the pure gumption of someone to not deliver your sub when it was supposed to get there. Rude. But, it's the delivery is also one of those jobs where it's like, oh, you just catch it when whatever. But, hopefully your sub will arrive just any moment now, and it will be amazing. Oh God, I sort of miss subs. I am working on being healthier, and so I'm leaned into a keto diet, and which actually is really cool. I'm really enjoying it. My only things are having to give up rice, potatoes, and bread. Because those were like, I mean, I can eat cheese on this, but I always love cheese and bread together. The audacity. Exactly. The absolute audacity. And I'm not talking about the audio editing program. You know, it's, and it just got here. See, the power of positive thought. Yay! See, you know, the universe works that out. But, oh my gosh, yes. I mean, when we're waiting for something, it can take forever. More like, as soon as I wasn't waiting at the door for it, it comes. It took the healer. Exactly. See? Erin the healer, she started radiating her healing vibes that got all the way to you, got all the way to your delivery person, who said, "Oh, I must present the sub." That's right. When the healer did 1, 2, 3, 4 rages. Thank you, Erin, for bringing about the sub. You are now officially the sub whisperer. But oh my gosh, you know, so well, I'm glad you got your sub, JJ, and you can enjoy an amazing lunch. And you know, it's the little victories. Let's just call that one of the little victories. Of course, it's not so little if you're hungry. But you know, being able to get those little victories, you know, to say, you know what, bad stuff, no, not today. I am going to win this day. And it is, you know, it's I mean, yeah, it's silly. My sister is doing some grocery shopping for me. Ooh, awesome. Is she bringing home lunch? Hopefully she's bringing home a lovely lunch for you as well. Oh, sisters are the best. Sisters are absolutely the best. I was born with one sister, and you know, she passed some years ago. But you know, and the funny thing is, we weren't close when we were young, but as adults we became so close. And I guess that was one of the gifts that, you know, she passed from cancer, and one of the gifts that it did give was that it allowed us to become closer. And you know, do I wish she was here? Absolutely. Am I glad that before she left this world we had a chance to really be the sisters that we always wanted to be? Yeah. In what world? I go to physical therapy, tomorrow and Thursday. Awesome. I hope that goes really well for you. Survival Steve, in what world? In what world what? But, you know, it's good to be able to have something to look forward to. I mean, you know, Erin the healer has physical therapy. So, you know, make it happen. It's like, yep, making physical therapy happen. Because just having an appointment does not make it happen. It's going to the appointment for my ankle. It's also for the lawsuit. Good luck with that. Absolutely. Fingers crossed that justice will be served. Sisters are the best. Well, I suppose that is sort of a subjective type of opinion. In my subjective opinion. And I guess maybe that once one is gone, you know, there was some bad times with my sister. Like I said, growing up, we were not close. And if I could, even at the most miserable moments, I would almost wish for a miserable moment with her, just because it would mean she was still here. And it really is, you know, kind of that. And I have many wonderful folks in my life, many, women, either by, by birth or, by calling, just many wonderful female energies in my life who I am proud to refer to as a sister. And, it's having that camaraderie. And yeah, you end up having those little times when it's not so gentle. And someone who you can just be with. And before she passed, my sister literally became my best friend. And we spent time together, not because we had to, but because we got to. And being able to spend that time with her and share that time. And, she passed New Year's Eve, 1995. And I don't think there's been a day since that I haven't thought about her. And it reached the point where when I'd think about her, I'd smile. And it wasn't a sad thing for me. And you never know what someone means to you until they're not there. And it is life. We're all here temporarily. It's not about how much time we have, it's about what we do with it. And what is that saying? Something sort of along those lines. It's an old saying. I have to figure it out, or remember it. Boomer. But the idea that, or what was it? Life isn't about the moments you take, it's about the moment, or no, life is not about how many breaths you take, it's about how many moments that take your breath away. So, yeah, and you should put into your schedule at least one moment that takes your breath away this week. Figure out one thing that you could do, one thing that makes you go, oh, that was cool. It doesn't have to be a big, huge thing. Maybe you treat yourself to a new game. Maybe you, stream for the first time. Maybe you, I don't know, download a movie you've always wanted to see. Order up a food that you've always wanted to try. Talk to somebody, call up that friend who always has some sort of foolishness going on that is absolutely hilarious. My wife in the morning. Nice, Steve. Nice one. See, you should clip that and then you can play that for her later. Thinking of taking my kids to the aquarium in July. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Aquariums, I just love aquariums. I seriously do. There's one, it's like about an hour and a half away in Monterey, California. There's the Monterey Bay Aquarium, which was famously featured in the Star Trek movie, the one with the whales. I can't remember. Maybe someone in the chat remembers. Well, what was it? Was it Star Trek 4 where they went back in time and they had to find some whales? Well, that was filmed at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. So I guess that's its main claim to fame. But, aquariums are so cool. And it's so wonderful to take kids because, it's almost like you watch kids and their eyes get big when they see something amazing. And my favorite part is where you walk through the section, or at least I know that the Monterey Aquarium has that, where a part of the walkthrough is underneath with a glass top. So you walk through this tunnel and you can look up and you can see the fish swimming up above you. It's so cool. But that would be awesome. Hey, that happens. That happens. Whatever it is, something that makes you go, wow, that's definitely worth getting out of bed on a cold morning. See, sometimes, and also living on a mountain, mornings can be a little on the brisk side. And even though, we're heading into summer, it's still, a little bit chilly up here, up at our elevation. And, I have to think to myself, it's okay, what's worth me getting out of bed right now? And, it's well, let's see, is it a running day? I can get to run. Now it's, wow, I'm going to be streaming in a bit. I got to get up and I got to start getting ready for it. And, that is something that gets me out of bed in the morning. This is something that gets me out of bed in the morning. So what gets you out of bed in the morning? I mean, Steve, I'm sure it's your wife or your kids coming in and saying, get up, get up, get up. Usually for me, it's Luna, my cat, who decides, you need to open the door for me. So she likes to take a walk. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, that was it. Thank you, JJ. Much appreciation. See, JJ, that's why we're such an excellent team. So, but yeah, Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. That was, I can't say that it was my favorite Star Trek movie, but, it was pretty good. I found it to be quite entertaining. So, yeah. But, and if you guys want to get into a question of what was your favorite Star Trek thing, had to look it up. I kept thinking it was 3, The Search for Spock, but it was the one after. Yeah, because that was like, Spock, when he sort of found himself again instead of just being, Mr. Cold Vulcan guy. But yeah, that was a good one. I mean, of course, epic William Shatner overacting, but hey, it's so cringe, it's cute. But, it was, and, growing up watching the old Star Trek TV show, I mean, it was like there were 4 of us when we were young. So my older brother was Captain Kirk. My older sister was Spock because she was really good at math and science. My younger brother was Scotty because he liked to tinker with things, and I was Uhura, the shortest skirt and the best legs in the entire Federation. If Shatner wasn't overacting, it wasn't Shatner. Oh, true. Although I will say that he forever ruined the song Rocket Man for me. Oh my God. If you have never seen, okay, I mean, this is Sherman Set the Wayback Machine, and for anybody who doesn't remember that frame of reference, Google it. But, William Shatner was on a variety show back when we had variety shows, which was basically, it was just, a show that just had entertainers, like, you'd have a singer, and then you'd have a comedian, then you'd have a magician or a juggler or whatever. And William Shatner was on one, and he did this thing. I mean, look it up on YouTube because I know it's there. William Shatner sings Rocket Man, and fair warning, you will never be able to hear that song and not picture that in your head. And may I say, nowadays it would be referred to as putting the C in cringe. And it was bad. It was so bad. Although it fair play, and to give both sides, you can also look up Leonard Nimoy sings Bilbo Baggins song. Leonard Nimoy sang, both Shatner and Nimoy considered themselves singers and put out albums. What? Luna, come here. Come on. Okay. Ah! Fat kitty! Hi, Luna! Yes. JJ says hi. But, they, oh my gosh. If you have never seen, Google William Shatner sings Rocket Man and Leonard Nimoy sings Bilbo Baggins song, and if you can make it through without having your face at some point go, oh, that's so bad. But oh my gosh. But see, that was entertainment back in my day, back in the 60s and 70s. But there you go. Leonard Nimoy wrote a book called I Am Not Spock, and people hated the book, not because of what was written in the book, but because of the title. It's like, no, you are Spock. At a loss for words. I don't think I want to cause... I actually like Rocket Man, and I don't want to ruin that song for me. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't know if I've heard those specific songs, but I've heard both saying as well. They need to stick to their day jobs. Yeah. For when it comes to being singers, they make excellent actors. But yeah. If you're a fan of William Shatner, you know, and you'd be okay with, but to this day, I cannot hear that song without picturing him. There was a spoof on it on Family Guy, where Stewie kind of did a spoof on William Shatner doing it just for a split second, and honestly, it brought back flashbacks for me. But Leonard Nimoy singing the Bilbo Baggins song, it is just no. In fact, hold on. We're gonna do this. Okay. We are going to find. Leonard Nimoy, Bill Baggins song. Okay, hold on. It was in 1968. Okay. I didn't Shatner sing. I think it was Miss Congeniality. Okay. Here is the link. This is the link for Leonard Nimoy's song. And oh my god, it's actually pretty cute. Didn't Shatner sing in I don't know. But it's Leonard Nimoy. And keep in mind, it's 1968 when this came out. I watched this come out because it was played. Oh my god, what TV show was it played on where Leonard Nimoy came on and sung? God, I can't remember what the show was. But let's see. Apparently he sang Bohemian Rhapsody too. Okay. All right. Okay. Doop. Okay, so the second link is no, don't ruin that song for me too. Okay, so if you dare, you can click on either one of those links for the YouTube page and experience, you know, as far away from Kirk and Spock as you can possibly get for either one of those. And, well, you know, the 60s were an interesting time. So growing up in the 60s and 70s meant, you know, you encountered programs like this, and it was like seeing actors and actresses who were who sang and who did other stuff. Now, on the other side of it, hold on. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Billy D. Williams, who was a part of the Fifth Dimension, that was a group, and Rosie Greer was in it. And I mean, oh, okay, we're doing nostalgia here. Okay, Fifth. I just love YouTube. Let's see. Okay. Doot. Invisible eyelid lift strips are revolutionizing the market in the US. All right. It's like, oh my gosh, she's just gone nuts. She's bringing back Billy D. Whoop, that's what happens when I hit enter. Okay, so the third link is for a song called Beautiful Balloon that was Billy D. Williams of Star Wars fame and who did a lot of movies. Most people don't know that he was a part of a very, very, very popular musical group called The Fifth Dimension. And like I said, it had Rosie Greer, it had, oh my gosh, who was the other lady who was in it? There were like two guys and two women. And hold on. Okay. It was Marilyn McCoo. The five original was Billy Davis, and then Billy D. Williams ended up coming into it. I think. I'm not sure. I thought so. I thought he was in it. Anyway. But I wasn't born. I know Williams, but I don't know the Fifth Dimension. Yep. Wasn't born in the 60s, but my dad was. Much love. See, you know, as the reigning old person or one of the reigning old people of Twitch, it is fun. Now, could I be wrong? Could I actually? Lamont McCorn, Marilyn McCoo. I know Marilyn McCoo was in it. I could have sworn that Billy D. Williams was in the Fifth Dimension. Now I am questioning that. I may have misspoken. I may be wrong. Oh no! That's never happened. But anyway, the Fifth Dimension, they, you know, it was, I mean, and a lot of the music back then, a lot of the groups, it was about, you know, positivity and flowers and you know, summer of love type of stuff. But, you know, growing up and seeing all that, growing up and maybe it was Billy Davis. I don't know. I could have sworn that Billy D. Williams was in that group. You know what? I will have to check that. But anyway, you know, they were a musical group. And, you know, and it's like, you know, the song Love Train by the OJs. And that was in the 70s. And recently, Gaming with Kentucky and JD, you know, he did like a 20-second clip and sent it to me. But, you know, it is being able to look at, you know, music as something that encourages, something that helps us to move forward. And, you know, whatever, I actually like that song. Oh my gosh. You know, it is, you know, it being able to find whatever way we can. I mean, I have a playlist that, you know, it says, it used to say I needed that. And now I call it I've got this. And what it is, it's a group of songs that encourage me. It's a group of songs that whenever I listen to them, that I think, you know what, I can do this. I can, you know, I can achieve the things I want to achieve. I'm not going to give up. So, you know, having something like that encourages, you know, maybe that's a part of Make It Happen, is to create your soundtrack. What is your soundtrack for making it happen? And if you don't have one, doggone it, make one. You know, it's whatever way that motivation can happen, whatever way that we use to remind ourselves that we're strong, to remind ourselves that, you know, we can just be just like that hero in the movies who, you know, they go through the montage of struggling and doing and all of that stuff. And then at the end of the montage, when the montage song is over, you know, you've got whatever it is that you were working towards. So no matter what it is that you're working towards, first off, get yourself a soundtrack for it. And, You know, picture it as a montage, that whatever moment you're in is like a tiny little 5-second clip in an entire montage reel that leads you, that ends with you getting what it is that you're working towards. So yeah, go create your soundtrack and share it. Let people know about it, because it can be, sometimes it makes all the difference in the world to have something that inspires you, to have something that says, you know what, we've got this. We can do this. And none of that stuff that's coming at us, there's no challenge that is bigger than I am. There is no, you know, opposing force that is stronger than the light inside of me. And I am not going to give it up. I am not going to go gentle into that good night. I am going to fight, because the only time, as the saying goes, the only time success comes before work is in the dictionary. So, thank you all for joining me. I mean, I almost feel like hanging out a little bit longer, because, you know, I've got somebody who's going to be coming by a little bit later, but I don't know. I almost feel like, you know, because I'm having fun hanging out with you guys. Although it would be cool for us to, oh my God, Mixel 119 is actually streaming as we speak. Oh, okay. All right. So we're gonna call it. And the reason we are is because I want to go and I want to do a raid on Mixel 119, who is, you know, just starting up doing streaming and all of that other stuff. You know, let's do this. And I want to thank everybody. I want to really thank everybody who's hanging out in the Loving Lurkers Lounge. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for, I mean, I know you've got a lot of choice for, you know, streams to watch, and I'm very, very touched and very, very honored that you chose mine to hang out with, you know, for a bit today. So, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I hope that you remember how strong you are, that you remember I'm proud of you, and that other people are proud of you too. I hope you remember you're loved. I hope you remember how resilient you are and how creative you are. And absolutely, 100%, please, please, please remember that you are the only you in all of the universe. The only you that has ever been, and the only you that will ever be. And what that does is it makes you special, it makes you sacred, and most of all, it makes you necessary. Because without you, the only you, the universe wouldn't be the same or complete. So, raid, and where'd you go? Oh, there. MIXEL 119. Also, it's actually fun for me to like raid folks who come into the chat, because then I can actually see what they look like. Anyway, everyone have a wonderful time today. Make it happen. Even if it's a little thing, you still made it happen. And as, you know, as I always say, I wish you balance and I wish you blessings from my heart to yours. And as I would tell my sons going to school, have a good day, learn something new, I'm proud of you, and I love you. Alrighty, let's go and do a raid on Mixel. See you tomorrow. Bye.